face.
They're trained to not. They're not supposed to have emotions, dude. I'm supposed to be able to shoot at a cop and not kill him. And they get me, and I'm supposed to go, hey, I tried to kill you, but I didn't.
Perfect world, my man.
You got
right.
me, officer.
Not even in a perfect world. That's not realistic.
Beings. You can't
have that kind of a domain over somebody's personal space and call yourself a human being.
You should think
I should be able to smack him in his face if I think he's out of line.
Then it would happen a lot more often.
No. Who's able to... can I punch a cop in the face if I think he's out of line?
No. We give them a certain... We give them certain liberties.
The public.
As the public.
We the people.
You watch American History X.
We the people.
Edward Norton's character had a great speech in that. A couple of great speeches in that. But one was about the police and how we give them certain latitude to do things, to keep the peace, things that we wouldn't do as people. We give them certain
what wouldn't you
liberties.
do that a cop would do?
We give them criminal liberties. Chase criminals, and then when they catch them, work them over a little bit.
But they only chase criminals. You would chase a criminal if I told you that was what you supposed to do.
No. They chase criminals that are hurting people other than them and their families. I would protect someone close to me if I had to or tried to, but I wouldn't protect a stranger and endanger myself.
And most of the time, that's not what they're doing. Most of the time, they're fucking with me because I got a legal tint. Because I don't want anybody to look at my fucking truck.
Why do you have an illegal tint?
Because of me.
Do they stop you for illegal tint?
They fucking stop me all the time for illegal tint.
I got stopped for that when I had my
You should have a legal tint.
Did you get?
You should have a legal tint. You should have a legal tint. You should have a legal tint.
My tint is perfectly legal on the caddy. I'm legal tint caddy kid.
You are.
But you should be able to have a little bit of. They don't spend most of their time chasing. Okay, when there's some real criminal shit going on, they have to. They can't go. Hey, ain't got nothing to do with this fucking shit. But I'm gonna tell you something.
They can't from New Orleans.
If you see a felony happen, you can as a citizen, you are supposed to help stop felonies. You can't just turn your back on a fucking felony. That's against the law.
You watch me. I'll turn around.
But that's what I'm saying.
Away.
The only time they really do their job is because they're supposed to. They don't go above it. They go above and beyond the Call of Duty when it comes to fucking with you. But when it comes to sitting in a bush and coming out and saying, "Dude, I can't see your license plate."
But just by doing their job properly, though, when they are doing it properly, they are literally walking up to cars. And people who a lot of times will have guns. I mean, they are walking every time they approach a car. They
just don't know, right? You don't know. That's a job where you don't know.
State trooper on the highway at 3 a.m. is a motherfucker.
That's a scary job.
I mean, I'll probably shoot a few motherfuckers. Some people get shot just because just on some old Mantan Marlin shit from the fucking Three Stooges. Oh, feet don't fail me. What you doing over there? Bow, bow. But. I'm saying that there should be a lot more that goes into being able to be a cop. Okay, first of all, no ex-bullied motherfuckers should be a cop. Only guys that look like Kenny should be cops. Guys that have been able to physically impose themselves upon people, but little small nothings. With this Napoleon thing, no Napoleon cop. Yeah. You should be 6 feet tall to be a cop.
All right, listen, let's go to Willie in Oklahoma. Willie.
Yeah, I was wondering if Patrice's tint there would that be because he's black or?
Well, he's talking about his windows. No, not illegal tints being your skin. He is saying
my illegal tint on my. Actually, you know what? You might have something new. That might be new street slang. You fucking asshole. You might create it. Yo, dog, you stopped me because my motherfucking the tint of my skin, nigga.
Some white dude from Oklahoma named Willie came up with the latest one for you boys.
You know what? That's some new shit, and I'm taking it to you.
Take it.
They pulled me over because they got that illegal stuff.
And you can do that with girls too. Yeah. Damn, dog, I like that little tint on her skin. I like that. There you go. Good job, fucking Willie.
You could describe them like that too. Like if you get like a real light fucking chick, you're like, oh man, she's a legal tint.
Yeah,
or if it's one of those fucking dark chicks with really short hair, she's got old limo tint over there.
Old limo tint.
I don't want to fuck limo tint.
My dick has 2 different tints.
That's not even on a black guy. It's not even. It's on black guys. It's limo tint and then pink.
Joe and Philly, what's up?
Open window.
You got the phones rolling.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
Joe, what's up?
Good. Listen, I just wanted to call in. Patrice, you have no idea what you're talking about. I've been a cop for 19 years in Philadelphia.
Oh,
and you honestly think that we wake up in the morning and start our tour of duty or go to work each day and say, who am I going to fuck with this?
Absolutely.
You really think that?
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely not true, man.
I'm just looking. I'm generalizing. I'm generalizing, but you don't need to like when you generalize, you're considering that there are some great cops, man. But for the most part, dude. Okay, put it this. Let me ask you this question. You don't think there are any cops that go out during the day and go, I'm just gonna be a fucking dick and fuck with my wife, fuck with me this morning. The bill collector fuck with me. You don't think there's any cops like the dude from Crash? Matt Dillon from Crash. There aren't any.
That was a movie, Patrice.
I know it's a movie, Mr. All of a sudden Philadelphia fucking Jesus. All of a sudden
you're going there Thursday, Patrice.
I know, but I'm saying, look it, man. I'm not saying. Hey, fat boy. There are some cops who are pieces of shit, and there's some that are not. You know, fair enough. Not all of you.
Let's go to Pete in New York. Pete.
Patrice, what's going on, good boys? I love the show. Patrice, I have an exception to your remarks, man. You know why we don't like tinted windows? Because when people like anyone rob a store and they have a gun in their car, and we want to say
people like you. Anyone else pick up on that?
Yeah.
He almost said people like me.
Yes,
people like you.
Freudian slip, people like me.
When people like you are robbing fucking places.
You almost fucked up. You caught yourself.
I call myself good, but I'm saying when people who like to rob banks and hide guns in their cars have the guns in the car, we like to see them before we get shot.
All right, fair enough. And as a law-abiding, as a breaking the law-abiding citizen, I'm one of those guys. I don't follow law to the T.
Yeah.
But it's like I know when you come up to my car, I roll down every window I need to. So you can see in the car. I do that shit.
And then they probably go, look, this motherfucker's trying to hide his tints.
No, but I'm saying so that he doesn't. I know that's why they don't like tents. You want to be able to see in the car, but you gotta understand, his motherfuckers rob your car. Don't you understand? People look in your car and break into it because they can see right in.
And don't you want those people to get their face smashed in by the cop? I would.
If someone
when I came into my truck years back and my stereo was gone, all I wanted was that guy to get pounded.
All right, let's make a deal. Let's make a deal.
All right.
Let's just make a deal.
Here we go.
Can you understand? Okay, I grew up a black guy in Boston. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say, and especially since I've been doing comedy and been in this world, and then especially doing radio and for mostly white people. You know what I mean? A lot of white guys know me, so I meet a lot of fucking police now that I don't dislike. But if I'm a regular fucking dude, man, I don't get to meet the cops that are okay. I don't get to meet Kenny's and the fucking other, Fat Boy and other
Little Joe
and Little Joe and Pete. I don't get to meet them. I don't get to be like, oh, dude, you're the guy from this one and that one. I got lucky. I'm lucky to, but for the most part, you don't think, like in Philly, dude, ask Keith Robinson, man. He live in Philly. It's a mess.
Keith is the worst example, though. Keith yells at the cops when they pull him over. Keith is a bad example.
Yells at the cops.
Keith is a piece of shit.
And the cops have a lot of problems with black people in Philly. So when you pull over a car with like 5 black guys in it, you're gonna probably give them more shit than you would.
Do you think black guys have a problem because? What do you think? We're out of control? Like, we have a problem because we're out of control?
I think there's a disproportionate number of black guys that are out of control as opposed to white people that are out of control. We're more of the population.
Young thug culture is celebrated, whereas a lot of violence, I'm not saying it's not celebrated with white people, with mafia and all that stuff, but young, wild gang thug culture in the black community is celebrated a lot more and glorified a lot more than, like, maybe white gangs were in the 50s or all this shit, or bikers were in the 60s. But that whole culture is celebrated on MTV. It's celebrated everywhere by white people and by black people. They love that young thug culture. So, yeah, there is a lot more wild behavior.
These fucking tapes in the 60s of fucking cops doing the tango on motherfuckers.
The 60s, yeah.
The 60s.
But
it doesn't. I don't think that kind of shit's going on. I think black guys are getting hassled in their cars, but I also think that there's this attitude that comes off.
I've been pulled over with Keith. I've been pulled over with Keith.
Would I have an attitude? I can't tell. You know something?
Fucked with
that's something I can't even say because I'm not black. I don't know. And that's something I'll never understand, so you're probably a better judge of that.
Yeah, but Anthony, the Moors.
The Moors.
You know, the Moors, though.
But I'll tell you one thing. I've never been disrespectful when I've been pulled over. And I've had some disrespectful cops to me. And I continue to be respectful.
It might be an age thing, because I am certain, I used to, I lost a little bit of, ever since, you buy a house and you get a little older.
You lost a little of your fire?
I used to, when my credit was bad and I thought that was what life was, and the bill collector would call, I go, suck my left ball, bitch. Let me tell you something. I'm sticking my asshole in the phone, and I want you to stick your tongue on it. And ever since I started seeing my credit limit creep up, 600 here, 650, and somebody goes, you can buy a house with that. And once I started thinking about a house, and then one time a bill collector called, it was from an AT&T bill that they called, and I told them to lick my ass, right? And they would call. And the day I said, boy, I can fix it up, I just went, this isn't fair, but, I'm just going to want to just get rid of this because it's just ridiculous.
Work out
I'm just going to get rid of it. I'm going to work out something with you. And I understand I'm less aggressive with the cops because I got shit that I need the cops to come help. Like this guy in Philly, I don't want to, if something happens to me with one of these psychopaths in Philly, I want him to come and try to help me out. I don't want him to go hide the fucking, whatever the call. It's a 182, somebody's fucking up Patrice, you know what I mean?
Right, so listen, let's go to the instant feedback. First of all, Big Doodles J, to the cop that called from Philly. Rocky was also a movie too, asshole. But it seems real to you fuckers.
Bashing Philly.
Yeah, the Philly bashing.
Oh, that was a good. Thank you, man. That was
and
a good.
Joe Wagner from Whackbag. Tell Patrice the New Jersey State Police actually used to have a minimum height requirement along with a lot of other stuff, but the stupid bleeding heart said it was discriminatory. Police agencies have been made to lower their standards. With that, we say
a big motherfucker to protect my shit.
With that, we say hi to Keith the cop. Keith.
Yeah, and that was the same in the city too. You used to have to be like 6'2" and Irish to get the job. But, it comes around. Times change. But, like what Patrice is saying, the other night I pull a guy over. I'm in the right-hand lane at a red light. This dude comes ripping up on the right-hand side in the parking lane, goes all the way across 4 lanes of traffic, all the way back and forth. I chase him out 6-7 blocks. I pull him over. He happened to be a black gentleman with dark tint. And the first thing is, can I know what I'm being stopped for? What are you being stopped for? You know what you're being stopped for, but that attitude that's got to come with being,
Hey Keith, let me ask you a question. As inside information, I mean, this is on the record, off the record, whatever. What aren't there some acceptable fucking crimes? Aren't there some crimes that you go? Aren't there some discretionary, like, you know what? He just turned without a blinker. Fuck it, let's go. Like,
absolutely.
Like, don't you decide when you're gonna fucking...
Dude, that has happened to every single person listening to us right now.
They let you go.
You're in your car and oh, fuck, I did that right in front of a cop. You see the cop saw you and they let you go.
I do a lot of shit now.
But not even stop. Like, where a cop goes, this guy is breaking a fucking law. I don't feel like fucking
happens a lot.
But but should they just go for every law that's being broke? That's what I'm saying.
But how many times have you flown by a cop going 75, whatever, on the highway? He's there with his gun and just decides not to go after you.
Oh, they let you go sometimes. They don't pull you over.
State troopers are different, dude.
No, they don't look for someone going faster.
Yeah, and a lot of times, you may get out of the car and you may go up to the car, and it's the attitude that dictates whether or not you're going to get the ticket.
Did you give the guy a ticket?
Actually, I didn't give him a ticket because, I was busy. I was going to do something else.
Was he a dick to you, or was he nice for you to give him the ticket?
Once he started with his attitude, and then I came back with, the law attitude of it, he then calmed down. He wasn't so uppity anymore.
Uppity? Nigga, do you even know you ain't supposed to say uppity? Jesus, Keith.
Uppity is a good word.
Let's call a spade a spade.
I'm hanging up on Keith to save his job.
It's very descriptive.
That's right.
They're very uppity.
Or you're gonna be fucking Keith, the mall security guard. Keep talking.
So this guy, comes out of Sears, right? And he's running down the hallway, so I got to stop him. Yeah. That'll be his next story.
We like Keith too much. We hung up on him.
Fucking forest ranger hat.